Hello everyone and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. I would like to thank you for taking time out of your day to join me. Today we are doing the hashtag Sipping with Friends. I am making a lasagna soup. I'm just going to turn you down just a little bit so you can see everything that we've got going on here. Okay, here you will see we have ground meat. We're only going to use half a pound of this. We have Italian sausage. We're using half a pound of that. We have our salt and pepper. We have a yellow onion chopped. We have our olive oil, our garlic, tomato paste. It calls for marinara sauce. I'm trying to make this where it's possibly things in your pantry. I just have a jar of ragu. It does call for some seasonings, but to condense it, they're all in Italian seasoning. All the herbs are in Italian seasoning. Then we have our chicken broth, a low sodium chicken broth. And then we're going to use some lasagna noodles. Now, at the end, we will be adding cheeses. So I will show you those cheeses at the end. So let me turn you down over the stove so you can see what we're cooking. Okay, so here we have you over the stove. I went on and put the whole pound of beef in the stove. And I've also put the whole thing of Italian sausage in the pan. What we are going to do is brown this meat and then remove it from our Dutch oven here. And then we will put it in a bowl, and at that point we will brown our onions and our garlic. Okay, now that we have the pan emptied, the next thing we are going to do is add a tablespoon of olive oil, and this is a tablespoon of olive oil. It pre-measures it, and a chopped onion. Or a chopped yellow onion. It was very specific in saying a yellow onion, so a chopped yellow onion. And this is over medium heat. I'm going to just toss them onions around and get them coated in that olive oil real well. Now I know they are going to release some liquid, so we are just going to let that cook for a little while, and I may even put a little more onion in that. Okay, now our onions have sauteed for about 5 minutes, and now we are to put our 3 cloves of garlic in and saute it like another 2 minutes. I'm not going to put a total of 3 because my spaghetti sauce does have onion and garlic in it, so I didn't want to put too much. That's why I did not put additional onions in here. So we're just going to saute the garlic down with the onions, and once that's done, I'll bring you right back. Okay, now our garlic is done and ready. See how toasty that is? So now we're going to add two tablespoons of tomato paste. So that's 1 and 2. Getting all of that out of the, I'm just throwing that in the sink. And then we're going to add our pasta sauce. or marinara sauce. Okay. Stir that up real good. Next it says seasonings, but I'm going to wait on the seasonings till I get the chicken broth in it and I can taste it. It calls for 7 cups of chicken broth. I had some homemade chicken broth left over, and then I had a carton of chicken broth. So now I'm just going to pour that in there. And I'm going to bring this up to boil. I'm surprised it didn't call for beef broth, but it called for chicken broth. And we're supposed to return the meat to the pot. Okay? So we're going to slowly, it don't look like it's going slow. Let's see if we could scrape it down in there a little at a time. Okay, we've returned our meat to the pot. That looks delicious like that. Look, almost looks like chili. So now we have to bring this to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, we will add the pasta shells. Okay, our soup is coming to a boil. I'm sure you can see the little bubbles coming there. So I am going to start adding my lasagna noodles. You take 1 noodle, you need 9 lasagna noodles. You break it into quarters. So I just broke it into halves and then broke them halves into halves. And I'm just going to add them one at a time. Now this will suck up a lot of that juice. I am probably going to need to add a little bit more water. I'm just going to add water. I don't need to add any kind of juice because it's got plenty of flavor. I did taste it. The salt is perfect. The tomato is perfect. I may add a little bit of sugar to counteract the acidity in the tomatoes, but I do like a strong tomatoey lasagna. But if you don't like that, just add a little sugar in it. See, I'm just adding them, trying to add them one at a time. And what we'll do is just stir it periodically until the noodles become tender. And that's all of our noodles. So I will bring you back once it's ready. Okay, so while we're waiting on the soup to finish boiling the noodles out, I am going to go on and make the cheese filling. And some people use cottage cheese, and you can do that if that is your preference. But I really like the ricotta cheese. You're going to use, it says half a cup of Parmesan. I have some Parmesan that was in my fridge. That's a little more than a half, but we're going to use it all because I don't want it in my fridge anymore. And it calls for a cup of mozzarella. This is 2 cups, so put a little more in there. I'm guessing that's about a cup. So we're just going, oops, and I'm throwing cheese over here. So we are going to just stir this together. And I hear that soup just a-boiling over here. I'm going to just keep stirring this cheese until it all blends together. Because this is kind of like your cheese filling that you put in your lasagna, or it is mine anyway. This is what I put in mine. I don't use cheddar cheese in my lasagna. I use ricotta, mozzarella, and Parmesan. And I sometimes put, I'll get the Italian mix if I'll get the shredded. I don't normally buy shredded, so just, I mean, the fact that I have this, I bought it just for this. So, we got this mixed, and I'll bring you right back when we got our soup ready. And we are back, and the soup is done. I know it looks really greasy, doesn't it? That's lasagna for you guys. I'm going to put me a little spoon of the cheese right here on top. This is just a very small bite. I don't want to ruin my appetite for dinner tonight, and it's not quite dinner time yet. But I'm going to cut into a little of that noodle. I like my noodles a little more al dente. I don't like them really soft and mushy. But guys, let's see what this tastes like. It smells wonderful. So if it tastes half as good as it smells, it's going to be delicious. And I know it's hot because it's still bubbling in the bowl over here. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. I may have to do a full bowl of this, y'all. Get a glass of sweet tea and some garlic bread. Oh my goodness. There'd be some harm done. Guys, if you don't know about the Souping with Friends, just go up there in your search bar and put hashtag Souping with Friends. You should get a whole slew of recipes. This is something that Jessica with Modern Homestead, Alaska, and one of her other friends has started in the month of November. It's kind of like a soup exchange. So just go out there and look at them. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please click that subscription button. And leave a comment. I do respond to each and every comment. If there is a soup you would like me to try, I will say as long as it is not a hot, spicy soup or like a curry, I cannot eat that. So just say, I don't eat that. Hot, spicy stuff, I can't do it. But if you want me to try a recipe, just leave it in the comments. I'll see what I can find on it. I'll see if I can modify it for the Instant Pot. I do have some Instant Pot soups that I will be sharing with you guys this month. But as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.